As you probably already know, there's a lot of systems and tools within eXp, so we certainly want to get you up and running as quick as possible. So today I'm actually going to show you how to join eXp, transfer your license, and then actually get into all of our systems. So once you have filled out the application, one of two ways: you've either gone to join.exprealty.com or you've gone to your sponsor's career link, then you're going to receive this first email, and that's actually confirming that eXp has received your application. So if you've not received this email, then you definitely want to go back and make sure your application went through, because right after you fill out the application, it's going to send you to the independent contractor agreement to review and sign. So that's a great place to do your due diligence. Keep in mind, once you have filled out the application, that does not mean you're officially with eXp. You, as a new agent, would either have to activate your license, or if you're an existing agent, then we need to transfer your license to eXp. That's different in every state, so we definitely want to redirect you to the state compliance to make sure, do that accordingly. So in this first email, one thing to note is you have this onboarding status link. This link is amazing. This is what's going to help show you where you are in the process of getting your license transferred to eXp. So you're going to receive an individual code. And you'll be able to retrieve your onboarding status here. And of course, if you've just filled out the application, then the only one that's going to show complete is step 1. But as you move further down the line, you'll be able to check where you are in transferring your license to eXp. Now, of course, once you have received your eXp passport, which is really the login to all things eXp, then that's when you can truly start downloading all of the systems and tools, bookmarking them to your computer, and start diving into all the training that we have available. So the second item here is you can actually activate a guest pass, which I believe is good for about 14 days rather. And so this is into our eXp world. So because we're an online training company, we use an eXp World platform where you literally have a little avatar and you can log in and go to tech support or onboarding if you have an onboarding question, or you can actually go to brokerage operations and go to your state room if you have a question for the state compliance broker. So until you get your eXp passport, you are able to log in using this guest pass. You'll just click here to go ahead and activate that. All right, step number 3 is they're going to send you a PDF copy of your actual ICA, also known as the Independent Contractor Agreement. So again, this is what spells out everything eXp, black and white. This is the best place to do your due diligence. As you know, if you've already talked to somebody about eXp, everything is going to be spelled out accordingly in our Independent Contractor Agreement. So the next step, once you have transferred your license over to eXp, is they're going to give you an email address that's actually going to forward to whichever email that you put in your original application. So you just want to go in and you want to do this as quickly as possible, because I do believe it times out. Actually, yes, it does expire within 7 days. And you can click here and it's going to confirm. So any emails going to your eXp email address is just going to automatically forward to that original email, your personal email address that you put in your application link. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to go to email support@exprealty.com and they'll be able to help you there as well. All right, so once you see this in your subject line, you are officially with eXp. You now have your passport. You can see it even says congratulations here. This is really the exciting step, right? This is where everything comes together. You get your passport. This is your login for all things eXp, and we can go ahead and start loading up all of the systems. Again, this link does expire, so you want to make sure that you activate that as quickly as possible. So go ahead and click this link. And this one would have already expired because we've, of course, already done it. That's a great way to check if you have done it, then it'll most likely say this. If you didn't get to it in time, then you'll just want to request a new token. All right, so I'm going to go over these next few emails after I show you eXp Enterprise, because this is really our back office, if you will. So you want to go ahead and log in with your eXp email address. So it's going to be firstname.lastname at exprealty.com typically, and your passport, whichever password that you just set. And so this is our back office. I'm going to briefly walk through all these different tiles, explain what they mean, and then give you a few action steps that I'd like you to immediately go ahead and do. So exprealty.com is really our public-facing website. This is where the IDX, the Internet Data Exchange, is tied in from all the MLS feeds that we're a part of nationwide. So not a whole lot that you have to necessarily do there, except for you do want to make sure that your profile is filled out accordingly, because that's where they pull the information. So the best way to do that is to go to here on the left-hand column, click your expert profile, and make sure all the details are here. We haven't done this one yet, but I definitely recommend filling in your social media accounts, creating a little bio, and then making sure your active markets are correct. Okay, so that's step number one. I definitely recommend you do this as quick as possible. So we're going to go back to the home page. Investor relations, because eXp World Holdings, which is eXp Realty's parent company, is a publicly traded company, they do have to put quarterly filings out. This is also where you can find all of our press releases. This is a great way to share information on eXp, or you've got your stock information as well. So if you are super interested in looking at all the financials and dive into eXp World Holdings, or maybe an agent that you're talking to, then this is definitely the website that you want to take a look at. And again, our ticker symbol, because we are on the NASDAQ market, is going to be EXPI. So in 2018, we were able to uplist to NASDAQ, which was pretty cool. This is also just a direct link to the press releases within eXp World Holdings. So going to continue to scroll down here. You have Extend a Hand. This is our charitable organization that we've created to help support as an emergency fund for agents, brokers, and staff in need. So we do a lot of different things throughout the year to be able to raise funds for Extend a Hand. And also we have an iHeart eXp Community Day in October on eXp's birthday every year. This is an opportunity for agents to give back to their local communities, go out, team build with other agents, do some kind of give back activity. And through our brand store, which I'll show you in a little bit, we have iHeart eXp shirts. So all of the proceeds from those shirts and the hats, etc., go to Extend a Hand. So it's really a 2-for-1 initiative, which is really cool. So SkySlope, this is our transaction management system. Because we're completely paperless, this is where we're going to upload all of our listing contracts, our buyer contracts, and the brokers are going to check everything for compliance. So, definitely if you have deals going on, as you're transitioning to eXp, you want to check into SkySlope as quickly as possible. So they are going to email you a login where you can create your password. But what I have found is sometimes this email goes into spam. So the biggest workaround is actually just go to skyslope.com and just do forget password. Again, excuse me, your username is going to be your eXp email, and you can do forgot password and set up a new password. So the only systems that we use that are going to have a different password are going to be SkySlope and KvCore, because these are solutions outside of eXp provided by eXp. KvCore, the same thing. So this is our lead generation platform. So you're going to get a full-blown website, IDX, again, that's the Internet Data Exchange, where it's pulling the MLS feed to your website. And on the back end, you're going to get a CRM. So you're going to be able to manage all of your contacts, put them on drip campaigns where KvCore is texting and emailing on your behalf. So we want to go ahead and set this up also as quickly as possible. And you should only have to do this one time. So you're going to go here to optional services. And of course, this request is already completed, but you would just follow the necessary steps to go ahead and put in the request, make sure that your MLS is correct. And as you can see here, it could take up to 7 to 10 business days to set up. Sometimes they take the full 10 days, and sometimes it comes much sooner than that. So let's go back here. And you're going to get an email that looks like this from eXp Realty Support. Welcome to KvCore once it's set up. And you'll be able to go ahead and log in. Now, make sure that you look at all of our videos available within this website, theultimateexpansion.com, because I do show you how to download a Google Chrome extension to be able to post listings to Craigslist rather quickly. And then also, if you're really into your personal branding and you don't want to use necessarily the subdomain from eXp for your advertising, then there is a way to forward and mask that domain name to eXp's website, which is really nice. You would definitely want to do that before ordering any business cards or signs. And of course, like always, check with your local compliance broker just to make sure that everything is in compliance. Again, every state is just a little bit different. Next, we have making it rain. So we teach a lot of ways how to generate leads within eXp organically. So I actually have a class on theultimateexpansion.com of how to generate 100 leads in 10 days. I definitely recommend to check it out, as this is the exact formula that I used whenever I used to run my team. Now, with that said, if you're really wanting to take your business to the next level, or maybe you don't have time to lead generate, then our tech team can do it for you through a program called Making It Rain. There is a cost associated with this because they're essentially running Google AdWords for you and running and managing those campaigns. So the next thing we want to do is make sure that we go in and download eXp World to our computer. It does need a full operating system in order to work because it is a 3D immersive cloud office. If you have any issues downloading eXp World, then you can email support@exprealty.com. They can do a screen share with you and actually see what's going on in your computer that may not be allowing it to download. Or you can go to this tile here, knowledge base and tech support, and chat with somebody directly during our regular business hours. So you want to do that as quick as possible as well, because this is where all of our training is going to be. Definitely recommend taking agent orientation in the first week, introduction to eXp Realty, the leadership classes on every Friday. This is the latest company updates every single Friday, open to the entire company. And of course, you can check for your state meetings as well. Now, if you have an agent that you're talking to that would like to get in and maybe take a class with you and actually experience our eXp World, then you can put in a request form. So you would just click this and fill in their information, and they're going to get a temporary password to be able to log in to eXp World. So if you've already logged in using the guest pass previous to fully onboarding and getting your passport within eXp, I definitely recommend to uninstall the guest pass and download the eXp World. When you first log in, it's going to immediately take you to a room to actually dress your avatar, and that should be the only time that you have to do that when you first initially log in. There is a way to change it later, but it's going to make you set that up the first time you log in. So definitely a lot for a few minutes if you are taking a class, and make sure that is appropriately set up. They also have eXp World Tours live, where you can tour the campus with a guided tour. And then, of course, in theultimateexpansion.com, we have a recorded tour as well. So here's really the education part of eXp. You can go to Explorer Guide. And this is all things eXp. There's a lot of great information here. And so if you have any questions, anything from our core values, our mission statement, even agent attraction. So if you're looking at attracting other agents to the company, I definitely recommend reading up on this before you start engaging in attracting other agents, because we do have an agent attraction pledge. So there's some do's and don'ts really to uphold the integrity of the company, which is one of our core values. And I would definitely review these before diving in and make sure that you're doing everything the way that eXp would like you to. Knowledge base and tech support, as I mentioned earlier, if you're having any issues, whether it's KvCore or logging in initially to eXp World, then these are the hours for our tech support team. You can chat with them directly here or submit a ticket, and they can do a screen share with you and help get whatever system you need up and running. eXp education calendar. So right now there are some weeks that we have 75 hours of live training every week, believe it or not. They're continuing to add to this, so it's just absolutely incredible. Here's all the training available to us, and you can see I'm just going to briefly scroll through, and there is not a lack of training by any means. So here are the US classes. The red are Canadian classes, and then the green are affiliated services. So you can see here Interland. We have Express Offers, which is our new iBuyer platform. So you can see which classes you want to take here on the left-hand column. And on the right-hand column, this is going to be our state meetings. So depending on which state you are, you can scroll through and see which active meetings that you have going on. As I mentioned previously, I definitely recommend eXp World Training, Introduction to eXp Realty, and then eXp Agent Orientation. These are offered every week, so I would get in, plug in, and take those classes right away. Now, if you notice, the calendar is set on the Pacific time zone. So depending on where you are in the country, you definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention to the training and the class time. So here it says 11 a.m., but I am currently in the Central time zone. So I can copy to my calendar, and it's going to shoot over directly to my Google Calendar and adjust accordingly. So if I have my calendar set on the right time zone, then it should adjust as soon as I save it for me. And then if you notice, it's going to put the room description here. So eXp World 1 Auditorium. So this is how we're going to know which room to actually go to take that specific course. Same thing here. I'm in the state of Oklahoma, so I could go here and see our Oklahoma State meeting, 7:30 Pacific. It is 9:30 Central Time, and copy to my calendar and also see that it is in meeting room 3. I'm going to scroll real quick to Friday. If you're a new agent, I definitely recommend this Real Estate 101 on Sunday evenings. On Fridays, they have eXp Leadership. This is where, as I mentioned, company-wide updates from our leadership, and it's a great way to stay in tune with all the different things that eXp is offering. And then immediately following, they have iConversation. So icon agents are agents of a high production level within eXp, and they also give back. So they do a panel every single week of icon agents throughout the country, and you can see how they built their businesses, which, again, I don't know any other company that you can have that much training at your fingertips on a global level, aligning with the best agents and brokers across the country, or really across the globe, every single week. So definitely take advantage of the training that's offered to you. So the mentor, we do have an expand mentorship program. So if you are a brand new agent in the industry, so not just brand new to eXp, but brand new, you've never done a sale, then you do need to go into our mentorship program, and that will be attached to your independent contractor agreement. And the local compliance broker will be sending you a local mentor to work with on your first 3 transactions. And then if you are an experienced agent and you want to become a part of our agent faculty program, then this is where you would go ahead and apply for that. Now we're going to go to marketing and branding. So this is definitely one of the places you want to first go to as you're creating your signs and your business cards and all that good stuff. You're going to need your logos and of course social media. You want to make sure you get your social media and all your advertising up to date as quick as possible. So here's where you can download our different links. We have brokered by eXp or the traditional eXp logo, and we actually have it in not just the standard blue and orange, but also in a white and a black. Of course, you want to make sure that you're getting everything approved by your state compliance broker and marketing at exprealty.net. So if you notice, agent's email is .com and then staff is .net. eXp marketing, there are hundreds, if not thousands of materials that you can go in and literally customize and download them for free. So you're not having to reinvent the wheel here. You can download anything from social media to agent attraction materials to even postcards and listing presentations or an open house sign-in sheet. Whatever you're looking for, it is most likely here and available to you. Our brand store, this is of course where you can find all of our great merchandise, all the eXp gear, as well as the I Heart eXp shirts that I mentioned earlier, that the proceeds go to Extend a Hand, our charitable organization. So here's our eXp gear. And you can just kind of look through the different collections, I Heart eXp, and then eXp Power Girls. It's a lot of great stuff. All right, so before I dive into Workplace, which is another great tool that we have for collaboration, I want to show you just briefly. Here on the left-hand column, we've already talked about your profile. Of course, you can check your transactions here, and then you can go to Finance and check your equity program and your revenue share. So revenue share, unlike equity program, is actually going to be live. You're going to see exactly the agents that you attracted to the company and how much your revenue share is going to be for that month. So this is absolutely incredible. And I mean, just again, one of our core values is transparency. So there is absolutely no guess to what your group is doing. So we're going to click on Workplace. And this is essentially Workplace by Facebook. It's like a Facebook dashboard only for eXp agents. So you will need to log in with your eXp passport. And you want to make sure that you are a part of your state group. So again, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm a part of my Oklahoma state group. There are thousands of groups that you can engage with. So anything from commercial to social media masterminds to there's even a video on demand. So through our eXp University, all of our training, of course, you know, with the amount of hours of training that we have, I don't believe that they record everything, but there is an on-demand library. So if you're sitting there in the evening or the weekend and you want to take a class on SkySlope or KvCore or something else that may be offered, then you can check out our on-demand library. And then this is our group here, Team Collaborators. So that's really it on eXp Enterprise. We're going to go ahead and go back to our email. Of course, you're going to get a coupon code to order your first 1,000 business cards for free. And then make sure that you log in and bookmark SkySlope and KvCore.